Okay, the fifth song on Suede's second album, Dogman Star. It's called Daddy's Speeding. And since I have kids, this song may apply to me occasionally. Not that I speed, obviously. I drive safely, even when the kids aren't in the car. I'm a very safe driver, as Rain Man might say. I'm an excellent driver. But let's see if the band is. This will be interesting. I'm looking forward to this one. This one's what, over 5 minutes, I think. What do we got here? We're in due for 5:22. So this is a long song. So hopefully it keeps my interest. Let's go.
When flash caught the silver sun, took the film to #1, crashed the car and left us here. Broken glass for teenage boys, trapped in steel and celluloid. They crash the cars and leave us here. Tiny burn a million eyes, dead the talks to criticize. Crash the car and I was born.
was an interesting song. So it seems like this album, they're definitely experimenting more. The first album was more like boom, punchy songs, straightforward, um, not going too far off into the weeds. Whereas this one, they're really stretching their sound and their song construction. Um, it's a big advance between a debut and a second album. This is surprising since the first album was so good. The safe thing for them would have been to, you know, produce debut album part two in a sense, but they've really uh, heightened their artistic intent here. Um, but I think we still need some grounding. These are interesting songs, but I wouldn't say they're as good as the songs on the debut, at least so far. Although I did really like the Wild Ones. That did get a 9, so that would equal anything on the first album. But the rest of them, 6, 7, 7, and then this, the Wild One's 9, and then this one is 7 as well. I thought the guitar, especially during the kind of phasey second sound, um, was really cool. You could take it literally, I guess, and say it was about boys and cars and speed and all that, and we've all been there. But could also take it metaphorically and say that he was talking about, daddy crashed the car. The car could be anything. The car could be a marriage. It could be the family. It could be just life, and the kids are just left alone. So could be a deeper meaning going on there. Um, that resonates a bit with me. Music is, especially lyrics, is about interpretation as much as it's about intent. Um, I think that's one of the beautiful things about music. It's similar with other art forms too. A person who writes these lyrics and sings these songs can say, "Hey, this is what I meant by that." But I think the better artists are well, maybe I could talk about what was kind of inspiring me, but I kind of leave it up to the audience to figure out their own definition of what this song is about and what it evokes, what it makes them feel. So for me, my parents got divorced when I was 3. I do remember my dad from those times before that split happened. And I was lucky enough that my mom remarried fairly quickly to my stepdad, who I grew up with and was really my dad, because my actual dad, my natural dad, was not in my life very much. Pretty much all my life. I did see him occasionally, probably less than 10 times in my life, essentially, except for a brief period when I got older and I moved to where he lived and I saw him more frequently. But during my childhood, yeah, definitely less than 10 times. And, it's, it always struck me, now that I have children, that's even reinforced more. How could anyone not be involved in the lives of their children? That's, I don't understand that. I will never understand that. And I asked him that once, and he said, "Oh, your mom didn't want me, interfering or whatever." I was like, that's such a weak and lame excuse, because it's like, if it's your children, you fight for that. You see them. It wasn't like they were on bad terms or anything. My natural father sent my mother $300 a month uh, until we were 18. Um, and that might not seem like a lot now, but in the 70s and 80s, it was a lot more, and it definitely helped us survive. The family had 7 children. Oh, I'm my dad's only child, but my mom had 2 children, my stepsister and stepbrother, although I didn't really consider them stepsister and stepbrother. Uh, they're not step, they're half brother, half sister, older. And then I had 4, 2 half sisters, 2 half brothers younger than me. So I was the only one from my father. So I'm the only one from that union between my natural father and my mother, and it still strikes me to this day, and it's wow, it's a long time. Doesn't matter now. It's all so far in the past, but it was a real source of questioning for me for a long time. So that was an interesting song. That's what it evoked for me. But that's pretty cool that music can do that. It can bring out that stuff. So yeah, we'll go on to the next song in 1 second or 2.